To be honest with you, I've come to a conclusion: most Nigerians suffer from Stockholm syndrome. I've never met a people that can defend dysfunctionality the way Nigerians do. Something is wrong, we defend it. A system is clearly broken, we find a way to justify it. Something is fraudulent, someone will tell you that's just the way Nigeria works. And the moment you point out that something is wrong, instead of asking how do we fix this, someone will start explaining to you why you should not complain. At what point did dysfunction become a culture? There's a difference between accepting the reality of where you live and defending what is wrong with it. And we need to have an honest conversation about this. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Madam Chiomzi. And on this channel, I talk about relocation to Nigeria, live in Nigeria and live in the West. To be specific, the UK. Please, if you've not subscribed to my channel, I beg you to consider subscribing, like my videos, also share and click on the notification bell so that you receive notification anytime I upload a new video. I'd like to say a massive thank you to all of my subscribers. I really do appreciate your support. A few days ago, I did a video where I did talk about the guy that came from the UK that had borrowed £75,000 to invest in I think a bar and a grill business in that place should be Abuja, and his business was demolished with other businesses in that area. And I received a comment from someone. The person actually had the guts to tell me that I was wrong in my assessment, and I was wondering, that wasn't the phrase he used, but he actually said I was wrong. What I was saying was wrong. And I was angry initially, I was annoyed by that comment initially, but later on thinking about it, I just said, okay, this is an opportunity to explain what I really didn't explain in that video. What he said was that the people that fall into the traps of their properties getting demolished don't do their due diligence. And I think he went on to say that, or some people just ignore probably advice or whatever and just go ahead and build or do things that they would not do abroad. Yeah, I agree to an extent with what he's saying in regards to the due diligence thing. Yeah, is it right for people to do their due diligence? Yeah, it's true. But what my issue is with that comment of his is what you I've seen it over and over again with Nigerians, is that they always defend dysfunctionality in the system. The system is broken, and that's the main problem. That's the root cause of the problem, is that the system is broken. There's something clearly wrong. There's a level of responsibility. There are levels of responsibility, I would say. One, personal responsibility, that's for the people that are going to buy the land. And two, governmental responsibility to protect individuals. And what we have to bear in mind is that in a society, there are going to always be people that are vulnerable. There are always going to be people that are naive, and there's always going to be people that are ignorant. It's as simple as that. And there will always be people that are criminals. So the responsibility at an individual level, yes, is to do your due diligence. But again, at the governmental level, is the responsibility of the government to protect its citizens. So a system where there's continually there's a pattern of people's properties being demolished is a broken one. There's a problem somewhere. And what I see with Nigerians is that tendency to always blame the victim. We have to accept that Nigeria has a long way to go. And we have to accept that Nigeria is corrupt. There's so much corruption in our system. Our systems are inefficient. And Nigerians have become so adapted, or have adapted so much to dysfunctionality and broken systems, that they think is normal. That's what you tend to see. So when you point out what is wrong, people begin to attack you. When dysfunctionality becomes so normalized in the system, what happens is that people stop questioning. And once people stop questioning, there's no chance or incentive for change to occur. And that's what people have to people have to realize. Nigerians are very resilient, which is very, very impressive. But there's a danger in it. People have so adapted to dysfunctionality, and that's the danger, that they think it's okay. Nigerians don't like accountability. That's what I've observed. Now, as I said, there are levels of responsibility at the personal level, but there's also a level of responsibility when it comes to the institutions in Nigeria. There's got to be accountability, even as a society, as a whole, as you know, a society as a whole. There's got to be accountability. But what we see in Nigeria is there's always the blaming of the victim, the one that suffered the consequences of the broken system. So what we are just doing, we are enabling the corrupt system to keep going on or keep existing. It's like we're just cutting the leaves and the branches without dealing with the roots. And that was what I was trying to say in that video, that person was not getting. I didn't say anything that said that was wrong in that video, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, people should do their due diligence. But when a system is broken, where there's corruption in every level, that you can even go to a government office and the documents that are given to you is even fake. So how do you deal with that? Or even if it's not fake, it happens, you buy a property, then the next government that comes in will say that property was not supposed to be sold. So these are things that we are dealing with in Nigeria, systemic corruption. Corruption at every level. And we can pretend, or we want to pretend, that these things don't exist. We're deceiving ourselves. You want to be patriotic does not mean you start pretending that your country is okay. Our country is not okay. Let's be sincere. If it was okay, most of us will not be living outside of Nigeria. The way people are trooping out of the country, the amount of Nigerians that are living outside of Nigeria is a lot. So it's high time we start facing the reality and start telling ourselves the truth of the matter. We have a problem in Nigeria. But this business of we've so adapted to things that's highly dysfunction, that things are abnormal in a country where you have to provide everything for yourself. Basically, you are your own government. That's like my video I said. You're your government. You provide your water. You provide your electricity. But we've adapted and we think it's okay. Then when people fall victims, what I don't understand, and that's what I said in the video, how can you allow people, they bought the land, after they finish buying the land, you see them building? Is it that why can't the government, they build, when they finish building, then they live there for some, then you go and destroy? If it was a system that was functioning, the people the people that bought that land will not buy that land. If it's a system that is actually working. And that's the point I'm trying to say. So instead of we holding our institutions to accountability or whatnot, or holding them accountable, asking them, why you're not investigating these things? Overhaul the system. You make inquiries to know why. This is not a pattern. You cannot come in an area and destroy like how many properties and say they didn't do their due diligence. If it's one person, we can understand. But you want to tell me now if you come and destroy like 20 houses, those 20 people, they are fools or they are what? And what's happening is that the criminals or people that are going to acquire these lands that maybe they're not supposed to acquire, nobody's getting to that point where these ones are brought to just to face the law. So they're being enabled. Then the people that are suffering are the poor victims. So when people want to buy lands or properties, should they do their due diligence? Absolutely. But we are missing at the bigger question. When someone sells a land, they shouldn't sell. When someone gives approval, they shouldn't give. When there are fraudulent documentations involved, Our conversation should not stop at, you should have checked better. What we should be asking is, who is in charge of the system that allowed these things to happen? So we're all responsible at the personal level, at institutional levels, and as a society. We're all accountable. And if we don't deal with these things and get to the root of the problem, especially the government getting to the root of the problem, we're wasting our time. Nigeria is going nowhere. What's happening with this land thing is that we're just like cutting the leaves or pruning the leaves and the branches and watering the roots or adding fertilizer. So the people at the root of the problem, they are being enabled and they're making money from all of this broken system. The guy was saying something about there's a new law that's going to come out and the estate owners are fighting. And I'm like, estate owners, the government is bigger than estate owners. The government of a country is the ultimate authority, is the most powerful, institution in the country. So it don't make sense to me. Because all you get in Nigeria, excuses upon excuses upon excuses. This one will happen, and that's it. Will be a story. The next thing we're now used to, oh, Nigeria has happened to me. Let Nigeria not happen to you. And we're okay with all of this stupid statement. Let Nigeria not happen to you. It's pathetic. And all our people are traveling everywhere. Both places that are treating us like what I don't know. Like the case of South Africa. People don't want to come home till the last minute. They are killing our people. If our country was good, won't people run back? Won't people run back home? But when people are wanting to come back home, they are thinking how they're going to survive. I know some people will say, oh, Nigeria just had independence, 1960, it's still a young nation. I don't buy into that crap. The problem I have is we're not progressing, we're going back. That's the problem. So if it's like, at least let's be going forward, even if it's little steps at a time. But what the problem we're having is that we are going is backwards. That's the problem. As I said, that we should start. The mindset is what is more scary for me, and I've said it in another video. Our people are so desensitized to evil. Sorry to say, the things that will shock people outside is nothing, because it's happened so much. And people keep making excuses upon excuses. And that's our own, defense mechanism. We want Nigeria to be a place where people come back and they invest. People in diaspora, many people want to come back, and that's the truth. Many people want to come back, but things like this are scary. That's what scares people. And we know some people, they're not ready as maybe coming back financially, they're not ready. But how can someone borrow money? That amount of money, £75,000, is a lot of money. In case people don't know, it's not 75,000 naira. And now he's going back to pay for a loan for something that does not exist. The business is gone. And he's owing that amount of money. And you think it's a good thing, and it's going to encourage people to come back. People want to come back and they want to invest. They're going to think twice. Nobody wants to lose that kind of amount of money. And so we have to be thinking about the things that happen in the country. How does it impact the country? How does it stop people from wanting to invest? Nobody wants to come and invest in a system that is corrupt. It's as simple as that. And the earlier we get it, all this trying to do, I'm Nigerian, even when you are seeing truth, you don't want to say the truth. When people now start saying the truth, you're attacking them and thinking they don't love Nigerian, they are not Nigerian. My dear, you're not more Nigerian than me. We love Nigeria, but we have to tell ourselves the truth. When we are ready to change, that's the first thing you do. You tell yourself the truth. When you go, if you're an addict and you go to, what do they call it? A friend of mine was saying the brother is was addicted to alcohol. That when you go to AA, Alcohol Anonymous or whatever they call them, the first thing you have to admit, you will say your name. Okay, let's say my name is Jessica. I am addicted to alcohol. You must say that thing. The first step to change is acknowledging there's a problem. Not pretending there's no problem or trying to make excuses for the problem. That's the problem we're having in Nigeria. And I think that's the most dangerous stage we are. Everything is normal in Nigeria. Everything evil is normal. They have excuse for it. Things that will shock people outside, we have excuse for it. We justify it. As I said, this video was triggered by that person. I was a bit annoyed with him. But again, thinking about it, I decided to do this video. Probably he's one of the people that sell lands. Maybe he sells land. That's how Nigeria is. The one they're involved to come and be defending. I'm not saying that you should not defend your business or whatever. But you've got to say the truth. And again, as I said, yeah, the people need to do their due diligence. But when we have a big problem that it's right from the roots, the fundamental problem, the system is broken. Just like our Bible said, if the foundation is faulty, what can the righteous do? So now people come and bring their money and say they're investing on what I don't know, sandy ground or what now. The next thing, story, your money gone. We'll deal with people, workers that don't have integrity, that will steal all your things. We'll deal with government, problem everywhere, and we think it's okay. Then we're now having the mindset of, in fact, it's okay. That's the mindset. Even when you do, see people, you should let me know. In fact, I'll end it here. I'm not saying that people should not invest in Nigeria. That's not what I'm saying. If you live in the diaspora, but just know that as I've said, if you're going to do a big thing, if you go and borrow that amount of money, like what that guy did, you don't just jump and start going. You don't. It's not like here where things like land registry is transparent. You can dig out information and you know that it's true. And nobody will come tomorrow. No government come and tell you that thing you bought, the new governor will tell you that one is not, it was not supposed to be sold. That's kind of nonsense you hear in Nigeria, and people still come and talking rubbish. Mine is, as I said, is you pray. And the person was saying that probably I've had bad experience. I've not had any bad experience. I've not. I'm just speaking as in based on what I've seen happen to people and what we see on, on social media. So that's just that's what I have to say today. Please like my video, subscribe to my channel if you've not subscribed. Like my video, share my video, and also click on the notification bell so you get notified anytime I upload a new video. Please, if you also want to consider being a paid member to my channel, feel free to do so. Sorry, I don't have any special thing to give you. If you just feel okay, you want to support me, that's fine. If you do so, all right. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. And if you want to do that, sorry, I keep forgetting to explain to people, just click on the join button, the join icon or whatever is join somewhere on the YouTube thing, on your screen, and you pick the level that you think is okay for you, all right, or the level you can afford. That's what I mean. Thank you guys so much. See you guys in the next one. Bye.